So today I will start chemical kinetics. I have already covered chemical kinetics one lecture in the new university. So in that class I covered mainly first order, second order, nth order, right? Third order. Third order I did not cover, but okay. So simple elementary reaction I have covered. So today I will discuss about the complex reaction. Okay. So mainly there are two type of reaction: elementary reaction and complex reaction in chemical kinetics. Right. So elementary reactions are those reactions where the reactions are in single step reaction, right? So from from A to B, right, or B to C. And in complex reaction are multi-step reactions. Okay, so for multi-step reaction,
Yes, sir.
like from A, hello, any
Yes,
problem?
sir.
Any
No, sir.
problem? Okay,
No, sir.
so okay, so complex. If you face any problem, kindly inform me. Okay? So complex reaction basically are multi-step reaction. So in this type of reaction, A convert to B, convert to C, convert to D, like that, right? Or from A we will get B, C, D, like that. So multiple product, multi-step reaction. This type of reaction are called complex reactions. So I'll go in details in complex reaction, but before understanding the complex reaction, you have to understand first the rate determining state and steady state. Okay, so rate determining state and steady state. These two are the basic theory to understand the complex reaction. So I'll start rate determining step. This is very small topic basically. So rate determining step, you already know that the slowest step is called rate determining step. Okay. So if you read this note, you can easily understand. See, in this case, let us consider the following reactions. Okay. So A to B to C. This is one type of complex reaction. Where from A to B and B to C, there are two-step reaction, right? So in these two steps, suppose K1 is greater than K2, that means the first step from A to B, it is higher, the rate is higher than the from B to C, right? So the rate of the rate of the A to B step is greater than B to C step. So in this case, uh, this is slowest step, right? So the overall rate of the reaction will determined by this step B to C, because this step is slow. Why? Because we can easily measure slow step. Because suppose for any complex reaction, there are multi-step reaction. So there are few steps which are very fast. So you cannot determine those steps very easily, right? So that's why you have to determine the slowest step. So this is rate determining step. Now come to the steady state. This is somewhat a vast topic, and you have to understand this very well, right? So what is steady state? So see, in complex reaction, one or more than one species involved between reactant and product. These species are called intermediate. Suppose the reaction suppose this reaction, right? So from A to C, so A is reactant here, C is product. So here B is intermediate, right? You know that B is intermediate. So multiple species may involve between reactant and product, right? So those species are called intermediate. They are very short-lived. They are very short-lived or transient existent or unstable. Those are very unstable and short-lived. These are called intermediates. Now, steady state approximation the rate of the intermediate is zero. The rate, that means d intermediate dt is zero, right? Overall rate is called overall rate of accumulation. Overall rate of accumulation of the intermediate is zero. See, and this is known as steady state approximation. Now I come into the details. See, suppose this is the graph of a steady state intermediate, right? This is the graph. So here concentration versus time graph. So reactant, you know, with time the concentration of the reactant will decrease, and with time concentration of the product will always increase, right? This is fixed. Reactant will decrease, product will increase. But what will be the scenario for what is the scenario for intermediate? The intermediate will increase fast, then decrease, right? So there is a maximum point. This is called. Hello, please don't disturb. Please don't disturb. So see, this is intermediate curve, right? So in intermediate curve, there is a maximum point, and at that maximum point, the concentration versus time is zero, right? That means rate is zero. That's why I have written here d intermediate dt is zero, right? So you have to apply this condition every time. D intermediate dt is equal to zero. That means rate is equal to zero. Rate is equal to zero for intermediate, not for reactant or for product. There will be a rate for reactant and rate for product, but for intermediate it is always zero, and this is called steady state approximation, right? So now I come to an example, then you can easily understand. Suppose this is a complex reaction, right? So heading is application of steady state approximation to determine the rate of the complex reaction. So I want to determine the overall rate of this reaction, right? So A plus B plus C to ABC and ABC to C plus product. Now this ABC is intermediate. So how can you recognize the intermediate? Right, you have to first recognize what are the intermediate, then you have to then you can calculate the rate. So first recognize the intermediate. So which are the intermediate are basically those species which are involved in between reactant and product. So what are the reactant in this case? The reactants are A, B and C, and what are the product in this case? The product are C and product, right? So C basically reactant and product. So basically this you can say this is a catalyst, right? So because C is present in reactant as well as product, and this is product, and A and B are the reactant. So ABC form in between the reactant and product. So ABC is the intermediate, right? So first you have to recognize the intermediate. So here ABC is the intermediate. Now you have to apply the steady state condition, right? So what is the rate of the formation of intermediate, accumulation of intermediate? So rate of the accumulation of intermediate is equal to rate of the formation minus rate of the decomposition, right? So the rate of the accumulation of the intermediate is equal to zero according to steady state. So rate of the accumulation of the intermediate is equal to rate of the formation minus rate of the decomposition. So what is the rate of the formation? Rate of the formation, you have to see in which step ABC is forming, right? So in which step ABC is forming? ABC is forming in this step. Sorry. Okay. So volume is open. So I have to see in which step ABC is forming. So ABC is forming in the first step, right? So d ABC dt, this is the rate of the accumulation of intermediate, and rate of the formation is this K1 ABC. Why this is? Because in the first step ABC is forming. So what is the rate of the first step? Rate constant K1 into concentration of the reactant. Here concentration, the reactants are A, B and C, right? So that's why K1 into A into B into C, right? Now minus rate of the decomposition. Now which step decomposition is occurring? C, in second step. So from ABC to A plus B plus C, that is the opposite step, right? So here in this step and also in the third step, that is ABC to C and product. So in these two steps, ABC is decomposing, right? So that's why the rate of the decomposition is the K2 into ABC, because for opposite reaction, ABC is the reactant. So that's why you have to multiply K2 with ABC, right? So that's why minus K2 into ABC. And another is here in third step K3 into ABC, right? So that's why minus K3 into ABC, right? So overall rate of accumulation DABC dt is equal to K1 ABC minus K2 ABC minus K3 ABC. Is it clear? Okay. So according to steady state, hello.
স্যার আমি বলছি যে এবিসিটা খুব আনস্টেবল বলেই কি রেট অফ অ্যাকুমুলেশনটা জিরো হচ্ছে?
এক্স্যাক্টলি, এটা আনস্টেবল প্লাস এটা খুব শর্ট লিভ, ঠিক আছে? এটা খুব শর্ট লিভ।
হুম
তার মানে কি উইথ টাইম রেট অফ ফরমেশন এন্ড রেট অফ ডিকম্পোজিশন দুটোই সেম রেটে হচ্ছে,
অলমোস্ট
বুঝতে
সেম
পারছো?
হয়ে যাচ্ছে।
অলমোস্ট সেম
হ্যাঁ
হয়ে যাচ্ছে, তার জন্য এটা জিরো হচ্ছে, বুঝতে পারছো?
মানে ওই
তো
মাঝখানে
তোমরা
যে ওই যে মাঝখানে যে ওই যে ডট সিম্বল দিয়ে যে প্রোডাক্ট গুলো ক্রিয়েট হয় ওইগুলোই কি ইন্টারমিডিয়েট স্টেপ, ইন্টারমিডিয়েট
ইন্টারমিডিয়েট
প্রোডাক্ট?
intermediates are basically either suppose carbocation, carbocation
হ্যাঁ
or radical, right? এগুলো তোমরা ইন্টারমিডিয়েট
হুম
ধরতে পারো, অথবা ধরতে পারো তোমরা যেমন অ্যাটম হয়, সাপোজ H2 থেকে
হুম
সাপোজ H ডট প্লাস H ডট, ঠিক আছে? তো এই H
হুম
ডট গুলো এক একটা হচ্ছে ইন্টারমিডিয়েট, ঠিক আছে? যেমন CH4 কে ভেঙে যদি CH3 ডট প্লাস H ডট, তো CH3 ডট এটা
হ্যাঁ
হচ্ছে একটা ইন্টারমিডিয়েট, H ডটটা ইটসেলফ ইন্টারমিডিয়েট, but H dot is not radical. You may call it radical. CH3 obviously CH3 dot is a radical, right? So generally
হ্যাঁ
atoms, radicals, ions, these are intermediate. Okay.
হুম
আচ্ছা, এরপর so next step, so according to steady state I have told the rate of accumulation is zero, right? So you have to apply in every reaction, in every complex reaction you have to apply this condition, that is rate of accumulation is zero, right? So what is the rate of accumulation? DABCDT, and basically this is this one, K1 ABC minus K2 ABC minus K3 ABC, this is equal to zero, right? So from this equation you can easily determine the concentration of intermediate, right? So concentration of intermediate ABC equal to K1 ABC divided by K2 plus K3, right? So this is the concentration of intermediate, this is not the this is not the rate of the overall reaction. Now you have to apply now you have to apply steady state and you have to determine the overall rate of the reaction. So what is the overall rate of the reaction? Overall rate of the reaction is equal to the rate.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I have a doubt that why did the rate of accumulation is equal to zero here?
Because rate of formation is equal to rate of decomposition. So what is the overall rate? Rate of accumulation means the overall rate of the formation of the intermediate, right? So if rate of the formation and rate of the decomposition are equal rate, right? So the overall rate of the formation of the intermediate is zero, or overall rate of the accumulation is zero, right? Can you understand or you not?
Yes, sir.
See, rate of the accumulation means how much intermediate left, or how much intermediate is is net formation of the intermediate. You can say net formation of the intermediate. So net formation of the intermediate is formation minus decomposition, right? So if the formation and decomposition rate are equal, so obviously net formation or accumulation is zero. Okay, so that's why this is zero.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so you will get the concentration of the intermediate, and this is this ABC, right? Concentration of the intermediate. See, concentration of the intermediate is not zero. Concentration of the intermediate is not zero, but rate of formation of the intermediate is zero, right? So rate of the reaction. Now you have to determine the rate of the reaction. So what is the rate of the reaction? Rate of the reaction is equal to, there are two ways to determine the rate of the reaction. Remember, there are two ways to determine the rate of the reaction. Number one, either you have to know that what is the slowest step of this reaction, that is rate determining step, right? And if you don't know the slowest step, you have to apply that step in where the product is forming, right? Suppose in this reaction you don't know which is the slowest step, whether it is K1, whether it is first step or the second step or the third step, you don't know. So that's in that case you have to apply the last step, because in the last step product is forming, so that's why we have to apply the last step as rate of the overall reaction. So now I am applying the rate of the last step. So rate of the overall reaction is equal to rate of the last step. So what is the last step? This one. So K3 into ABC, right? So it is equal to K3 into ABC. So rate equal to K3. Now I have already determined the concentration of ABC by applying steady state. This is this one, K1 ABC divided by K2 plus K3. Now I put here. Now you will get the overall rate K1, K3, ABC divided by K2 plus K3. Can you understand? If you don't understand, ask me. Okay, so
একটুখানি দাও।
ঠিক আছে, হ্যালো, কারো যদি অসুবিধা থাকে বলো, আমি নেক্সট রিঅ্যাকশনে যাব। নেক্সট কয়েকটা রিঅ্যাকশন করলে তোমরা বুঝতে পারবে যে কিভাবে স্টেডি স্টেট অ্যাপ্লাই হচ্ছে, রাইট? তাহলে কয়েকটা জিনিস তোমাদের মাথায় রাখতে হবে। একটা হচ্ছে rate of the formation, overall formation, right? Rate of the overall formation or accumulation of the intermediate is 0. This is number one. First you have to recognize what is the intermediate, then you have to apply rate of the formation, rate of the accumulation of the intermediate is 0, and lastly you have to apply the overall rate of the reaction, that is the rate of the slowest step or rate of the rate of that step where product is forming. Okay. Now you calculate the rate of this reaction. If you can calculate rate of this reaction, you have understood the concept of steady state, right? So see, in this step, first you have to recognize which is the intermediate. So here AC is the intermediate. AC is the intermediate, AC. Why? Because A and C, these are two reactant, right? These two are the reactant. B is also reactant, right? C is also product. C is product as well as reactant. That means C is catalyst. Product is product, right? So what is intermediate? Here AC is intermediate, AC, right? Now you have to first recognize the intermediate. If you cannot recognize the intermediate, you cannot determine the rate of the reaction, right? So AC is forming in between reactant and product. AC is forming and disappearing. Whatever is forming and disappearing in between reactant and product is called intermediate, right? Now solution. See, rate of accumulation of the intermediate. Rate of accumulation of the intermediate is equal to rate of formation of the intermediate minus rate of decomposition of the intermediate. So what is the rate of formation of the intermediate? For that you have to see in which step AC is forming, right? So in the first step AC is forming, right? In the first step AC is forming, and in the second step, that means the reverse step, AC is decomposing, as well as in this step AC is decomposing, right? So rate of formation in the first step K1 into A into C, right? Rate of decomposition K2 into AC, because here AC is the reactant. In the third step also AC is decomposing, that's why Kc into K3 into A. Theory dAc dt 0, because rate of accumulation is 0, so that means this is 0, this is 0, right? So if we apply this, so in this way the concentration of AC is equal to K1 AC divided by K2 plus K3 B. This is very simple, right? So in this way you have determined the concentration of the intermediate. Now rate of the reaction. So the rate of the reaction, I have told you, rate of the reaction you can determine rate of the reaction in two ways, right? So here there is no slowest step, so that's why you have to see in which step product is forming. So in the third step product is forming, right? Okay, whoever cannot understand, I am repeating this. This is not two-step process. This is three-step process.
স্যার আমি বলছি যে আমরা প্রত্যেকবার K3টাকে কেন ধরে নিচ্ছি স্লোয়েস্ট স্টেপ হিসাবে ধরছি কেন?
হ্যাঁ, আমি যে বললাম যে ক্ষেত্রে স্লোয়েস্ট স্টেপ আলাদাভাবে বলে দেওয়া থাকবে না,
আচ্ছা,
তাহলে সেক্ষেত্রে তোমরা সেই স্টেপটাকে দেখবে যে স্টেপে প্রোডাক্ট ফর্ম হচ্ছে, ঠিক আছে?
আচ্ছা,
ইন জেনারেল তোমাদের এক্সামে যখন এগুলো দেবে তোমাকে কোনো একটা স্টেপকে ব্র্যাকেটে স্লোয়েস্ট স্টেপ বলে লেখা থাকবে। যদি না লেখা থাকে তাহলে তোমরা যেটাতে প্রোডাক্ট ফর্ম হচ্ছে সেটা ধরে করবে, বুঝতে পারছো? অনেক সময় দেওয়া থাকে না, ঠিক আছে?
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা
আচ্ছা, তো আচ্ছা, যারা বুঝতে পারছে না তাদেরকে জন্য বলছি যে এখানে তিনটে স্টেপ হচ্ছে, রাইট? এটা ফার্স্ট স্টেপ, অপোজিটটা সেকেন্ড স্টেপ, এটা থার্ড স্টেপ। আচ্ছা, সো রেট অফ দ্য রিঅ্যাকশন বুঝতে পারছো, এইভাবে রেট অফ দ্য রিঅ্যাকশন K3, এসিটা আগেই বের করে নিয়েছি, সো এসিটা এখানে বসিয়ে দিলাম, কনসেন্ট্রেশন অফ P, সো দিস ইজ ওভারঅল রেট অফ overall rate. Now you can see in the complex reaction the rate equation are not very simple. As first order, second order, the rate are very simple, but in this case rate are somewhat complex, So you will get this type of overall rate equation. Now come to the third. Okay, now I have used a real reaction, right? So here not A, B, C type, or a real reaction. O3, that is ozone decomposes to O2, and O2 decomposes to O2 and O, and then this O combined with O3 and form O2, right? Sorry. So in the first step, so first you have to understand, you have to recognize which are the reactant and which are the product and which is the intermediate. Here O3 is reactant, right? Obviously O3 is reactant. O2 is product, right? O2 is product, and the remaining O is intermediate. Obviously O is intermediate because this is a atomic species, right? Atomic species radical, these are intermediate, and this O is forming in between the reactant and product, so O is intermediate. So now I have to apply the rate of the accumulation is equal to rate of the formation minus rate of the decomposition equation. So DODT is equal to first step minus second step minus third step, right? So first step minus second step minus third step, right? So in this way you will get DODT is equal to 0 according to steady state. Simple, all are same, right? So K1O3, K2O2, O minus K3O3, O is equal to 0. So from here we have calculated the concentration of O, right? So this is K1O3 divided by K2O2 plus K3O3. And rate of the reaction, as here also there is no slow step, so a slow step is mentioned. So here O2 is the product, so that's why we have to apply this last step, right? So see, in the first step it is O2 is also forming, right? But with O2 there is a O forming, right? So that's why you have to apply the last step, because at the last step the reaction is stopped because only O2 is forming, right? So that's why rate of the reaction is equal to the rate of the last step. So K3 into O3 into O. Now I have already calculated the concentration of O, and this is the overall rate of the reaction. Sorry. So in this way you can easily determine the rate of the any complex reaction by using steady state. This is the fourth example. So fourth example, this is also a real example from NO nitric oxide to NO2 nitrogen dioxide via N2O2, right? So here you can see N2O2 is the intermediate, right? So similar equation. So dN2O2 dt is equal to first step minus second step minus third step, right? So this is similarly you can easily determine the concentration of intermediate N2O2 and rate of the overall reaction. So here also this is the rate determining step, last step, right? Now you have to determine this equation, right? This is somewhat complex, more complex, I can say, more complex equation. You have to determine the rate of this reaction. So can you determine?
এখানে কেসি দিয়ে করতে হবে যেহেতু কেসিটাকে ব্র্যাকেটে স্লো লেখা আছে।
Exactly. In this case this is not the overall rate of the reaction, last step. This is the overall rate of the reaction because here it is mentioned that the third step is the slowest step, right? So before going to the determining the overall rate, you have to first recognize which are the intermediate, and you have to you have to apply the steady state theory. So tell me what are the intermediate in this case?
Sir, NO.
বলো তোমরা কি পাবে? NO. Okay, NO.
স্যার NO3 একটা ইন্টারমিডিয়েট, NO3 NO2 NO2 কি করে হচ্ছে দেখো, NO2 is not an intermediate because in the last step NO2 is forming because NO2 is product. ও আচ্ছা বুঝেছি।
NO2 is
না
product.
অ্যাকচুয়ালি
N2O5 is reactant.
N2O5 হবে কি?
না, N2O5 is reactant.
না N2O5 ও হচ্ছে না, N2O5 ও হচ্ছে না, NO3 হবে,
Sir, NO and O2.
NO3 হবে, NO and NO3.
See,
NO and O2.
see, N2O5 is reactant. NO2 is product.
Yes,
This
sir.
is confirmed. See, O2
Yes.
is also product. O2 is also
Yes, O2
product.
is also product. কারণ কি O2 repetition নেই।
Okay, okay, okay.
হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে, O2 is also product. NO
NO3
and
হবে
NO3
আর
NO হবে.
NO হবে। NO আর NO3
NO and NO3 because NO and NO3 are two species and they are forming in between the reactant and product, right? And disappearing, right? So that's why NO and NO3 is the intermediate, right?
Why
So
this
now you can
NO3?
Why
this NO3 is the intermediate?
because
সেকেন্ড
NO3 is
স্টেপটা
not
দেখ NO3 টা
NO3
হচ্ছে রিপিট হচ্ছে
হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ তো ওই জন্য ইন্টারমিডিয়েট না রিপিট হচ্ছে বলে সেকেন্ড স্টেপে
ओके ठीक है मतलब जो भी रिएक्टेंट या फिर प्रोडक्ट सेकेंड स्टेप में रिपीट होगा वो इंटरमीडिएट है
हाँ মানে
see, in this
समझ गए कितने बार बोलेगा हाँ
okay, in this reaction the overall reaction is N2O5 to NO2 plus O2. Okay, then you can understand which are the remaining,
yes
right?
yes
The overall reaction. Okay, I have not put the overall reaction, but in the examination if this type of complex reaction comes, then it will be given the overall reaction, right? So overall reaction is N2O5 to NO2 plus O2, right? N2O5 to NO2 plus O2. So in this reaction NO3 and NO are the intermediate, right? So now you have to apply the steady state, right? So similarly here the intermediates are NO3 and NO. So rate of the accumulation of NO3, so you have to separately determine the rate of the accumulation of the intermediate. So first I have determined the NO3, right? So rate of the accumulation of NO3 is equal to rate of the formation of NO3 minus rate of the decomposition. So dNO3 dt, dNO3 dt. So then you have to determine in which step NO3 is forming and in which step NO3 is decomposing. So see here. So in this case, in the first step,
NO3 is
N2O5
forming
NO3 is forming. Yes, NO3 is forming. In the second step, NO3 is decomposing. Third step, NO3 is decomposing. Fourth step, NO3 is
Yes.
decomposing, right? So
Yes.
that's why rate of formation is K1 into N2O5. Why? Because K1 N2O5 is the reactant, right? Minus
Yes.
in the second step, K2 into NO2 into NO3 minus K3
Yes.
into NO3 into NO2 minus K4 into NO2 into NO3, right?
NO
Right? I
NO3
have
into
yeah,
NO হ্যাঁ
NO3 into NO. So এটা পুরোটা আমি ব্র্যাকেটে রেখেছি, ঠিক আছে? So সেখান থেকে you can determine the concentration of the NO3, right? So you have to apply this dNO3 dt is equal to 0. So the concentration of NO3 is equal to K1 N2A5 divided by K2 NO2 plus K3 NO2 plus K4 NO. See, there is a trick in this case. Here NO is also a intermediate. NO, this is also an intermediate. So you don't you cannot determine the concentration of NO3 in very easily because you have to know the concentration of NO also, right?
yes
Only you can determine the concentration of reactant and product in the laboratory. You cannot determine the concentration of the intermediate in the laboratory. You have to determine the concentration of the intermediate by applying steady state theory. Other than steady state theory, there are some sophisticated spectroscopic method, right? But these are very costly and not easily available. Other than this, the only way to determine the concentration of intermediate is steady state theory, right? So that's why I have determined the concentration of NO3 in this way by applying steady state theory. But here there is a NO term. So N2O5 you cannot you easily determine in the laboratory. NO2 is also. But NO you cannot determine this in laboratory because this is also intermediate. So you have to apply the steady state in case of NO also, right? So now rate of the accumulation of NO is equal to rate of the formation of NO minus rate of the decomposition of NO. So dNO dt is equal to, now you have to see what is the rate of the formation of NO. Now you have to see what are the step where NO is involving. So first step there is no NO, second step there is no NO, third step there is NO, and fourth step there is NO. So you have to see first, third and fourth step. So in the third step NO is forming, in the fourth step NO is decomposing, right? So that's why rate of formation of NO is the rate of the third step, that is K3 into NO3 into NO2, and rate of the decomposition of NO is the fourth step, so minus K4 in K4 into NO3 into NO, right? So dNO dt is equal to 0. Everybody understood or not?
Good.
কারো কোনো ডাউট আছে?
So
বাকিরা কি শুনছে না, পালিয়ে গেছে নাকি?
জানি।
আচ্ছা, যারা যারা বুঝতে পারছো না বলবে আমাকে, নয়তো আমি তো বুঝতে পারছি না কে কে বুঝতে পারছে কে বুঝতে পারছেন, ঠিক আছে? তোমরা বলবে। আচ্ছা দেখো, তো আরেকবার বলে দিচ্ছি, ফার্স্ট স্টেপ আর সেকেন্ড স্টেপ দেখার দরকার নেই এক্ষেত্রে, বিকজ ফার্স্ট স্টেপ আর সেকেন্ড স্টেপে কোনো এনো ইনভলভই নেই, রাইট? সেই স্টেপগুলো দেখবো যেখানে ইন্টারমিডিয়েট ইনভলভ আছে, রাইট? এখানে আমরা এনোর জন্য বের করছি, এনো থ্রির জন্য নয়। তার জন্য আমরা দেখবো কোন কোন স্টেপে এনো ইনভলভ আছে। তো থার্ড আর ফোর্থ স্টেপে এনো ইনভলভ আছে, এন্ড থার্ড স্টেপে ফর্ম হচ্ছে, ফোর্থ স্টেপে ডিকম্পোজ করছে, রাইট? সো তার জন্য থার্ড স্টেপ মাইনাস ফোর্থ স্টেপ। সো dNO dt is equal to 0. So in এই ইকুয়েশনটা এখানে লিখলাম is equal to 0, সেখান থেকে আমরা NO পেয়ে গেলাম। NO constant K3 NO2 divided by K4, right? Now I have put this concentration of NO in the equation of NO3, right? আমরা কি দেখেছিলাম, NO3 তে একটা NO টার্ম রয়েছে, সেখানে
হ্যাঁ
বসালাম,
ওইখানটাকে ইয়ে করবো, রিপ্লেস করবো।
রিপ্লেস করবো। সো K4 কেটে গেল। সো দেখো এখানে দুটো K3 NO3 টার্ম আসছে, সো 2 K3 NO2 প্লাস K2 NO2, রাইট? সো কনস্ট্যান্ট অফ NO3 K1 NO5 divided by 2 K3 NO2 plus K2 NO2. So rate of the reaction is equal to K3 NO3 into NO2. কেন না, কোনটা স্লো স্টেপ?
মানে যতগুলো
এটা স্লো স্টেপ, থার্ড স্টেপটা স্লো স্টেপ।
হ্যাঁ থার্ড স্টেপটা
আমরা থার্ড স্টেপের রেটটাই হচ্ছে ওভারঅল রেট অফ দ্য রিঅ্যাকশন, রাইট? সো ওভারঅল রেট অফ দ্য রিঅ্যাকশন ইজ K3 into concentration of the reactant, here NO3 and NO2. So NO3 and NO2, concentration of NO3 I have already determined and put this here. If you put this in this here, and so NO2 NO2 কেটে যাবে, so finally যেটা দাঁড়াবে সেটা K1 K3 N2O5 divided by 2 plus 2. ওকে, বুঝে গেছো? ঠিক আছে, এই ধরনের, হ্যাঁ এই ধরনের ইয়ে কিন্তু এক্সামে আসে, রাইট? এই ধরনের ইয়েতে তোমাদের এত কঠিন হয়তো আসবে না, বাট এই টাইপের তো প্রত্যেক বছর একটা বা দুটো আসেই, 4-5 নাম্বার একটা আসেই তোমাদের পরীক্ষা। তো স্টেডি স্টেট থিওরি ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। Next I will go to the complex reaction. There are several types of complex reaction like opposing reaction, তারপর হচ্ছে consecutive reaction। আমি আসছি, নেক্সট টপিকে যাচ্ছি, এই টপিকটা শেষ হলো। So now I have to go to opposing reaction, right? So complex reactions are generally 4 types. আচ্ছা, আগে যেগুলো পড়লাম রেট ডিটারমিনিং স্টেপ এবং স্টেডি স্টেট, এই দুটো থিওরি অ্যাপ্লাই হবে কমপ্লেক্স রিঅ্যাকশনের ক্ষেত্রে। বাট হোয়াট আর দ্য টাইপস, ডিফারেন্ট টাইপস অফ কমপ্লেক্স রিঅ্যাকশন? দেয়ার আর 4 টাইপস অফ কমপ্লেক্স রিঅ্যাকশন। One is opposing reaction, another is parallel reaction, another is consecutive reaction, and the last one is chain reaction, right? So opposing reaction, you know, opposing reaction, the reversible reactions are called opposing reaction, where A converts to B and simultaneously B converts to A, right? Parallel reaction, A converts to B and C. See, this is different from A convert to B plus C. This is different from A to B plus C, right? Because in that case, এক minute. আমি যেটা বলতে চাইছি, A থেকে একটা হচ্ছে B প্লাস C, আরেকটা হচ্ছে A থেকে B plus C. Remember this, these two reactions are different. Why? Because in the first case, the rate constant is 1. That is, suppose this is K1. But in the second reaction, there are two types of rate constant. One
এই এক্সাম্পল দেবেন?
হ্যাঁ, ওটা প্যারালাল রিঅ্যাকশন এক্সাম্পল দিলাম, বুঝতে পারলে? প্যারালাল রিঅ্যাকশন আমরা আসছি পরে।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা।
Consecutive reaction generally A to B to C, right? Here B is the intermediate, যেটা আমরা কিছুক্ষণ আগে স্টেডি স্টেটে বুঝলাম যে এই ধরনের রিঅ্যাকশন এটাকে বলে, এটা হচ্ছে রিঅ্যাকট্যান্ট, সিটা প্রোডাক্ট, রাইট? এগুলোর ক্ষেত্রে যেমন ফার্স্ট অপোজিং এর জন্য এটা রিঅ্যাকট্যান্ট, এটা প্রোডাক্ট, এবং সেকেন্ড স্টেপে বিটা রিঅ্যাকট্যান্ট, এটা প্রোডাক্ট। প্যারালাল রিঅ্যাকশন এটা রিঅ্যাকট্যান্ট, এ রিঅ্যাকট্যান্ট, বি আর সি প্রোডাক্ট, রাইট? চেইন রিঅ্যাকশনটা আমি আসবো, চেইন রিঅ্যাকশন একটু ডিফিকাল্ট আছে, পরে বোঝাচ্ছি। তো দিস আর দ্য কমপ্লেক্স রিঅ্যাকশন। আচ্ছা, আরেকটা ইম্পর্টেন্ট পয়েন্ট মনে রাখো, কমপ্লেক্স রিঅ্যাকশন গুলোর ক্ষেত্রে রেট যে ইকুয়েশন তো সেটাও কমপ্লেক্স হয়, আর order of this reaction is not simple, that is first order, second order, third order. No, in the complex reaction generally orders are fraction, right? Fractional order, 3/2 or 1/2 or negative, right? So this type of order are involved in complex reaction. So now I come to the opposing reaction. See, there are there are many types of opposing reaction. First step is hello. হ্যাঁ, অপোজিং রিঅ্যাকশন আরেকটু পড়াবো 5-10 মিনিট, ঠিক আছে? হয়ে গেছে, তোমাদের বোর লাগতে পারে, একটু অপোজিং রিঅ্যাকশনটা দেখে নাও। Opposing reaction is an example of complex reaction. This is one example of opposing reaction where first order opposed by first order, মানে একটা reactant একটা product, right? A B. Example, NH4NCO to CONH2O2. Second, first order opposed by second order. Here A is the reactant, B and C are product, right? So it is first order opposed by second order. Why it is second order? Because the product side there are two types of product, right? Example, PCl5 to PCl3 plus Cl2. Third step, second order opposed by second order, right? So A plus B, C plus D. There are two types of reactant and two types of product. Example, 2HI, H2 plus I2, right? Second order opposed by first order, A plus B to C, H2 plus N2 to 2NH3. Right? So these are examples. Now coming to the graph, right? So this is the graph. So rate of the forward reaction rate of the forward reaction. So rate of the forward reaction is this. So with time, rate of the forward reaction will decrease. This one. And this is the rate of the backward reaction. So with time, rate of the backward reaction will increase. Why? Because rate of the backward reaction will increase because the concentration of the product will increase with time, and concentration of the reactant will decrease with time. Right? And this is the equilibrium point where both reactants are both the rate are same, right? So this is the equilibrium. So this is the graph of the reversible reaction. Now come to the kinetics of the opposing reaction. See, this is very important because in general, what you take that T equal to T, T equal to 0, T equal to T, you are familiar about this, but here it is somewhat different. So let us consider a opposing reaction A to B. So the rate constant of the forward reaction is Ka, because means K forward, and backward reaction is Kb, that is K backward, right? So at time T equal to 0, the concentration of A is A and concentration of B is 0. Initially, there is no product. At time T equal to T, it is X, it is A minus H, you know about this. the difference is here. Here at time t equal to t equilibrium, the concentration of A is A minus Xc and concentration of B is Xc. Now what is this Xc? Xe is the concentration of the product at equilibrium and this is constant. This X is not constant. It depends upon the time t. That means at every time the concentration of the product is different, right? So that's why it is variable. X is variable. A is constant. X is variable. Xe is also constant. Why? Because concentration of the product at the equilibrium is constant, right? So X is the concentration of the product at equilibrium. This is different from X, right? This is also a value of X, but this is not X, right? So rate of the forward reaction is Kf into A minus X. You know that Kf from this equation, Kf into concentration of A. Concentration of A is A minus X, so that's why Kf into A minus X. Now rate of backward reaction is equal to Kb into X. Kb into X. Why? Because Kb into concentration of the B, because here B is the reactant. So Kb into concentration of B. What is the concentration of B? X. So Kb into X. Right? Now rate of the formation of product at any time, this is at any time, is equal to rate of the forward reaction minus rate of the backward reaction. That is basically that's the rate of the overall reaction or rate of the accumulation of product. So is equal to rate of the forward reaction minus rate of the backward reaction. So dx dt is equal to rate of, this is the rate of the forward reaction, this is the rate of the backward reaction, right? Now at equilibrium, rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of backward reaction. Now this equation, rate of the forward reaction minus rate of the backward reaction is not equal to every time, not equal every time, right? So these two are equal only at equilibrium. So this condition, rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of backward reaction, this condition you can apply only when equilibrium is reached, right? So the concentration of product X is equal to Xc. So at T equal to T equilibrium, right? So this is the condition for equilibrium. Rate of the forward reaction Kf A minus Xc. Now I did not put here X. I have to put here Xc because it is the condition of equilibrium, right? So Kf into A minus Xc is equal to Kb Xe. So from here Kf equal to Kb Xc divided by A minus Xc. কে বুঝতে পারেনি বলো আমাকে। হ্যালো,
স্যার বুঝেছি।
বুঝেছো? ওকে,
হ্যাঁ
তাহলে এটা বুঝতে পেরেছো তো যে এটা শুধুমাত্র আমরা ইকুইলিব্রিয়ামের ক্ষেত্রে এই
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
কন্ডিশনটা
হ্যাঁ
পুট করতে পারবো, রাইট?
হ্যাঁ
নেক্সট, সো পুটিং দিস ভ্যালু ইন ইকুয়েশন 1, তার মানে কি আগেরতে যাচ্ছি। তো এই যে ভ্যালুটা বেরোলো কেএফ এর, এই যে কেএফ এর ভ্যালুটা বেরোলো এখানে 1 নম্বরে পুট করছি। কেন না আমরা যে কোনো টাইমে বের করতে চাই dx dt মানে এট এনি টাইম, রাইট? তো কেএফটা এখানে ভ্যালুটা এখানে বসানো হলো, যেখানে বসিয়ে এটা পাওয়া গেল, রাইট? So now if you take this kb out of so kb into this এভাবে হবে। so এটাকে তুমি এটা গুণ করলে a minus x into x গুণ করলে এগুলো করলে a xcx কেটে যাবে। তো kb a xc minus x divided by a by xc, এটা হলো ফাইনাল ইকুয়েশন, রাইট? So now x গুলোকে একদিকে নিয়ে আসা হলো dx divided by xc minus x, x টার্ম গুলোকে একদিকে নিয়ে আসা হলো আর t আর কনস্ট্যান্ট গুলোকে আরেকদিকে নিয়ে যাওয়া হলো, ঠিক আছে? তো এইভাবে করলে তারপর যখন তুমি ইন্টিগ্রেশন করছো, সো ইফ ইউ ইন্টিগ্রেট বোথ সাইড, রাইট? ইন্টিগ্রেট করলে তুমি ফাইনালি ইন্টিগ্রেট করলে তুমি যেটা পাবে এই ইকুয়েশন পাবে, রাইট? এই ইকুয়েশনটা হলো এটা 3 নাম্বার ইকুয়েশনটা, রাইট? 3 নাম্বার ইকুয়েশন। তো এইটা 3 নাম্বার ইকুয়েশনটা পাওয়া গেল এইটা এই পুরোটাকে সলভ করে, ঠিক আছে? তুমি দেখো ইউ ক্যান সি দিস কেভ হিয়ার অনলি kb is present, there is no k. So if you can replace this kb with kf by applying this equation number 1, এই যে ইকুয়েশন নাম্বার 1 এ তুমি kf আর kb এর মধ্যে রিপ্লেস করতে পারো, রাইট? তো এখান থেকে তুমি kb টা বের করে নিতে পারো। সো যদি তুমি এখানে kb টা বের করে নাও আর এখানে বসাও, তুমি এই টার্মটা এটা পাবে। সো অপোজিং রিঅ্যাকশনের দুটো ফর্ম আছে, একটা হচ্ছে ইন টার্মস অফ kb ইন টার্মস অফ kf, রাইট? সরি তিনটে আছে, আর একটা হচ্ছে kb প্লাস kf, এটা আসছে। এই যে তুমি যদি এইভাবে করো তাহলে kb আর kf টার্মেও তুমি পেতে পারো। কিভাবে পেতে পারো? এই ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম কন্ডিশন kf ইন্টু a মাইনাস x ইকুয়াল টু kbxc, এই ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম কন্ডিশন পুট করে তুমি a বাই x এর ভ্যালুটা বের করলে। a বাই x এর ভ্যালুটা হচ্ছে kb প্লাস kf ডিভাইড বাই kf। নাও a বাই x এর ভ্যালুটা তুমি এই ইকুয়েশনে পুট করছো। কোথায় গেল? a বাই x এখানে, রাইট? ইকুয়েশন 4 এ। সো ইফ ইউ পুট দিস, ইকুয়েশন 4 এ আমি পুট করেছি। সো এখানে পরে kf কেটে যাচ্ছে না, এই যে 5 নাম্বার ইকুয়েশনটা পেলাম, এটা হচ্ছে kb আর kf দুটো মিলে, রাইট? সো বেসিক্যালি আমরা কি বলতে চাইছি, এখানে যে তিনটে ইকুয়েশন পেলাম, একটা ইকুয়েশনে kb আছে, একটা ইকুয়েশনে kf আছে, একটা ইকুয়েশনে kb প্লাস kf আছে, কিন্তু দেখো এই লাস্ট ইকুয়েশনে কোনো a টার্ম নেই। So suppose you don't know the a term, right? You don't know the initial concentration. Then also you can determine the rate of the reaction by applying this equation, right? So from this equation we can find out kb, kf, ppx, cx and no. So basically আজকে এইটুকুই থাক, right? নেক্সট ক্লাসে আমরা করাবো প্যারালাল রিঅ্যাকশন, কনসিকিউটিভ রিঅ্যাকশন। তারপরে ক্লাসে করাবো চেইন
অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সটা
রিঅ্যাকশন।
কিভাবে নেবেন? অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সটা কিভাবে নেবেন?